Hi everyone, my name is Errol and I'm with the program on the environment. The title of my presentation is Snow Problem: How Forest Adaptation Strategies Can Mitigate the Effects of Warming Winters. My site supervisor was Rowan Braybrook with the Northwest Natural Resource Group, and my faculty advisor was Martha Groom at the University of Washington campus, Bothell. As we know, the effects of climate change impact the world in a variety of ways. In the Pacific Northwest, climate projections suggest that before the end of the century, there will be a significant decline in our snowpack levels throughout the region. Warming winters will be devastating for Washington and surrounding regions. Snowpack acts as a natural reservoir. It slowly releases water throughout the spring and summer. This helps keep forests healthy by reducing the impacts from droughts and wildfires. It is also vital for our water security, helping to sustain agricultural production and the power of our hydroelectric plants. It also supports our activities that recreational activities that we do in both summer and winter times. So what can we do about this? Well, one idea is using forestry techniques like gap cutting and thinning to help increase snow accumulation. These methods work by reducing tree canopy density, which intercepts snow before it can accumulate on the forest floor. Gap cutting is a small clear cut, about half an acre to an acre in size. Thinning is a systematic removal of trees at various densities within a specific area. Comparing these strategies in a warmer winter, such as an El Nino year, can provide more information about how to manage them moving forward. Luckily, this past winter was an El Nino year, creating conditions which were more consistent with what is expected to be seen in the future. So during this research, I had two main questions. The first being, between gap cutting and thinning, which technique is better at accumulating and retaining snow? And second, can an El Nino event be used as a climate proxy for what future winters in the Pacific Northwest might look like? To answer these questions, I worked with the Northwest Natural Resource Group, where myself and a co-intern got to conduct fieldwork on their snow accumulation monitoring project, which has been in progress for 3 years now. Our research site was located in the Nisqually Community Forest in Ashford, Washington. Our tasks included snowshoeing to the research site, where we measured snow depth and snow water equivalent. We also monitored trail cameras to capture time-lapse snow depth readings and temperature data, and this helped because we could get long-term data even on the days that we were not on site. Figure one here actually shows how snow depth data collection process would go. So we would go along our transects that were about 60 meters long, and every meter we would collect a depth sample using a snow probe that was 240 centimeters in length. After the field collection process was complete, we would compile the data and compare it to the previous two winters. Out of the six transects, five were treated with either gap cuts or thinning at 50 and 70%. The sixth transect was left as a secondary growth to act as a control. If you check out figure two, you'll see two of our monitoring sites from an overhead perspective and the visual differences between thinning and gap cutting. So on the right, you can see I think it's about an acre clearing, and you see a lot more snow coverage on the ground. To the left, you see the thinning, where you still see some of the snow on the ground due to the reduction in trees. And to the far left of the image, you actually see that untouched second growth forest, where it's really hard to see any snow coverage. All right, so now let's go over the results. From what we gathered, gap cutting turned out to be one of the most effective at accumulating and retaining snow over the course of the 10-week period. The secondary growth transect was consistently the least effective, with the exception of what we saw on January 19th, which was shortly after a fresh snow and all transects had been covered adequately. Let's see here. So in figure three, this shows that gap cutting not only accumulated more snow, but also retained it for longer, even during unusually warm temperatures. This year's data compared to the previous two winters showed significantly less snow overall, which was most likely due to the warmer conditions we observed in the research site. Figure four highlights the abnormally high temperatures that we were seeing at our research site, likely resulting in reduced snowpack and faster melting rates. So what does this all mean? Well, we definitely do need more research to find out the best and most optimal implementation practices. A long-term study will help us compare these variables over time. It is also crucial to educate commercial and private landowners about the potential benefits of gap cutting and thinning. Lastly, we need more collaboration among land managers, researchers, and policymakers to ensure water security throughout the region, which will maintain the health of our forests and all of those who rely on them. Before we wrap up today, I want to say thank you to my faculty advisor and site supervisor for their incredible guidance on this project. I would also like to thank the faculty, staff, and students of the program on the environment, and a special thanks to my friends and family for their unwavering support. Thank you all.